I was digging through the pile of knives the other evening, and somehow this Camillus LEV-R-LOCK has managed to sneak under the radar for a couple of years at least. I haven't done a video on this in a long time. And this actually is one of my oldest knives that I bought when it was new. You can see this has the patented marking as opposed to the actual patent number. This is a really, really neat mechanism that never really kind of caught on. It's a lever-actuated, gear-driven mechanism. You may be familiar with the Hawk knives and Mantis gearhead. It is very, very similar. I imagine Gavin and Grant took the inspiration from this thing. This is the only other gear drive lever actuated knife that I can think of off the top of my head. They did a planetary gear setup. I'm not really sure what the gear drive in this looks like. I've never actually seen one disassembled, and it's got riveted construction, so it's kind of a gotta destroy one to find out what's going on in there. Maybe I'll keep an eye on eBay and see if one pops up cheap. They tend to go for somewhere in the $50 to $100, depending on how beat up they are, and whether it's one of these old school original versions that came out in the late 90s, or whether it's one of the somewhat newer Camillus versions that I believe are made over in China or Taiwan. These ones were all made in the US back in the day. These were, I think they were around $30 when they came out. It's a Zytel reinforced nylon handle. I like how they did the reinforcement washers, a bird's eye style pivot to give that a lot of strength. I beat the crap out of this thing. This was one of my very first knives that I bought as a work knife back in the day. I did shave the lever tab. Normally it comes out and around kind of a half circle. And it was a little higher profile in the pocket. It kind of poked me in the leg. So I wound up shaving that down. Yeah, good times. This thing saw a lot of work. What was I doing when I bought this? I think I might have actually been doing my first job doing sheet metal fabrication back when I picked this up. I don't think the Camillus brand is still making these, even in the overseas versions. But I did see quite a few of them on eBay. So they're definitely out there to pick up, both the overseas versions and these original versions made in the US. I'm not sure who actually came up with this design. It seems like a really Blackie Collins kind of thing, but I don't think I've seen his name mentioned with it. I'll have to do some digging and see if I can find out who actually came up with this mechanism back in the day. So yeah, it was definitely time this thing got a little more love. Hope you guys enjoyed this look at a old school Camillus LEV-R-LOCK, lever actuated manual lockback folder. Not a switchblade. There are no springs. I will catch you all tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a great day.